This bathymetric map shows the geology of the Mariana region in the western Pacific. That deep purple, crescent-shaped scar slicing through the ocean floor is the Mariana Trench. Its lowest point, a small valley known as the Challenger Deep, drops down more than 36,000 feet. That is nearly 11,000 meters straight down. This diagram shows the scale of that drop. If you were to take Mount Everest and place it directly into the trench, the mountain's peak would still be submerged under more than a mile of water. This vertical distance creates the illusion of an ultimate frontier, a place so physically severed from the surface that it should be out of reach for human civilization. Here in this geological cross-section, the old ocean crust of the Pacific Plate is violently diving beneath the Mariana Plate. This extreme friction melts the mantle, sending superheated magma pushing up through the crust to form deep-sea hydrothermal vents. Down at the seafloor, the physical conditions are lethal. The ambient water hovers near freezing, but these dense chemical plumes are superheated, filled with liquid carbon dioxide, under a crushing pressure of over 16,000 pounds per square inch. Physics and geology dictate that this environment is actively incompatible with surface life. For decades, it was a core assumption of marine biology that a habitat this deep and deadly was entirely cut off from the world above. Yet life does exist here. It survives in complete darkness through a process called chemosynthesis, making food without any sunlight. Instead of relying on solar radiation, chemoautotrophic bacteria harvest energy directly from the toxic sulfides and methane erupting from the vents. These bacteria support a bizarre, highly specialized ecosystem. Translucent shrimp and thick clusters of Bathymodine mussels blanket the rocks, along with unique tube worms and kiwa crabs. Every organism in this oasis evolved to survive under miles of crushing pressure, perfectly self-sustaining and physically disconnected from the sunlit surface. For humans to cross that distance and witness this ecosystem requires a monumental engineering effort. This is the Deep-Sea Challenger. To keep a single pilot alive against the extreme pressure of the Mariana Trench, engineers built a spherical cockpit out of solid steel walls 2.5 inches thick. This diagram shows how that heavy steel sphere is suspended within the chassis. 70% of the submersible's volume is actually a specialized material called isofloat, a structural syntactic foam built from hollow glass spheres suspended in epoxy. It provides buoyancy to return to the surface while protecting systems from implosion. Developing these materials took years of research and millions of dollars. In 2012, film director James Cameron risked his life in this craft just to spend 3 hours exploring the trench floor. Accessing this world requires a decade of specialized R&D and millions of dollars just to survive a fleeting 3-hour visit to the ocean floor. When the Deep-Sea Challenger finally touched down in the Challenger Deep, its mechanical spotlight swept the sediment, searching for untouched scientific marvels. Resting in the silt, alongside organisms that evolved in the abyss, was a crumpled plastic grocery bag and a candy wrapper. While it cost millions of dollars and years of preparation to send one person down, a flimsy piece of single-use plastic made the exact same journey effortlessly and permanently. This visualization traces the flow of surface plastic waste. The bag in the Challenger Deep is not an anomaly. Every year, 8 million tons of plastic enter the ocean, and the deep ocean trenches act as massive gravitational sinks for that debris. As those larger plastics sink, the extreme conditions cause them to fracture into thousands of microscopic pieces, infiltrating the deepest food webs on Earth. This isn't an isolated observation. Researchers analyzing a database of 5,000 deep-sea dives found that plastic has reached every major trench on Earth. When they examined the unique fauna pulled from these remote depths, the data was consistent. Nearly every organism tested already had human microplastics in its gut. The illusion of the untouched frontier is dead. If our everyday disposable waste can drift down into the most hostile and inaccessible abyss on the planet, then there is no away left. Our actions at the surface dictate the reality of the entire ocean, demanding a change in how we consume and dispose.